Hello, my little bundles of ectoplasm, humanity. I hope you're all well, ladies and gentlemen, and transgender people. This is nice. You never know. I might get lucky. So, how are we today? I hope you're super fantastic, because rather than a rant, today I have two pearls of wisdom to share with you. Some you've already probably heard about, but you know, they need to be taken down off the shelf every so often and examined for their meaning. I hope you've had a good week, and if you haven't, well, you know what? Tomorrow's another day. Which brings me to the first thing. And it's prompted by a post, actually, I saw by a very nice lady on LinkedIn last week, and she was kind of ruminating and bemoaning the fact that her year to date had been bad because it had gotten complicated in lots of ways, and it had held her back, and she wasn't well, and it was irritating her. So she had decided on a fresh sheet. Here's one I made earlier, and I just made that up, by the way. That was spontaneous. If you're watching anybody, a TV executive, that was actually pathetic. And she'd said she'd had such a rough time that she was deciding that she was starting her new year today, which was kind of like in the early part of June. And I empathized with that lady, because I said to myself, well, I am that soldier. Pet hate, I know you don't want to see people slurping coffee, but I can't help it. It's killing me, but I love it. And I said, I have diaries probably going back decades. In fact, I know I have one here, and it's a nice little thing as well. It hails from the time I was a yuppie, so it's kind of leather bound. Will I show you what I've just seen? No. Sorry, I've just spotted that, and it's I ate all the pies and continue to, and paid the bloody price for it 3 years ago. Yeah, but it has like notes in it. I'm not going to show you the real personal stuff, but I'd already identified in 2003 that I was in ruts. I was going around in circles, which is what that lady was doing, chasing her tail, and which I have done, and probably many of you have done as well. I remember when President Obama was elected, what a disappointment he turned out to be. He had all the verbose, he had all the talk all right, but and I remember him saying, there will be many false starts. And I went, yeah, fuck, I'm going to vote for him. I love, that was a false start, so I'm going to have a fresh start, So, anyway, for this lady, if you're watching, I said to you, what did I say to her? I said to her that being in the now is the rarest form of sanity. So, first of all, keep your mind in present time. And secondly, what I will say is I will quote the great Chris Evans. I've been a busy boy reading this week. Now, he was getting worried about midlife because he was coming up to his 50s. If the Lord spares me in a year's time, will be coming up to my 60s, and I don't care. Now, I will just say, if you are starting all over again, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Keep doing it, because if you stop, well, you are kind of knackered. But rather than that, the best thing to do is now this is to achieve anything. A, have a reason. B, have a deadline. If the reason is good enough, you look at that deadline, and that deadline will not let you off the hook. To achieve anything, have a reason and have a deadline. Now I'm going to move on swiftly. Far too much coffee today. And I'm just going to talk about worry. Right? Don't worry. Be happy. You've heard it all before. Worry's like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do and gets you nowhere, musty. That's another one. That's an oldism. But what I will say is, if you're worried about anything, divide it into two categories. One, if it's a worry like an existential worry, like, the planet is fucking going under, we're going to be swamped, or global warming, I wish I had some global warming on my coffee because it's cold as a witch's tit. And, you know, I'm getting old. My hair's fuck. What happened? It's gone grey. Jeepers. Oh, no. Never in 1,000 years. Oh, what's happening? Oh, Jesus, a couple of wrinkles. Just fuck all you can do about that stuff. The government. Inflation. You know, the government, two cheeks of the same arse. You're always going to hear the same from them. You're never going to change them unless you want to become an activist. Yeah, become an activist. If you really think you can change those kind of things, get active about them. Otherwise, don't be sitting on your arse, boring the crap out of everybody else. Because most people don't want to know. They just want to go along to get along. And who can blame them? It's existence. However, if you can do something about it, like, I don't know how long I've been tackling my weight, but I did manage to get some of it down, and I kept going at it. You know, because it was something I could do something about. My voiceover business started off really Mickey Mouse. It's now pretty good. It's rolling along. And that's because I've got myself a little cashment of very loyal customers who just seek out the Marco to do their work, and they don't even look anywhere else. And I don't take advantage of that. I give them the best that I can, and I over-deliver, boys and girls and transgender people. So, that's something I can do about. You know, your marriage. You can do something about your marriage. If you're not happy in it, you can go and you can sit your loved one down and you can look them in the eye and you can address facts, A, B, and C. The reason a lot of marriages break down is just they stop communicating. They stop complimenting. They stop having date nights. They stop rogering each other. Whatever it could be. I don't know. But, you know, it's something you can do something about if both parties are committed to it. The fucking garden here, it's looking quite good at the moment. But there's times I just look at that and it looks at me and I go, let's party. I'm going to clean this mother. And I'll clean it. Same with the house. Same with the car. So look, I am not the freaking oracle. I am far from Jesus in the temple. I've been to the school of hard knocks, big time. I'm just saying, if you can do something about it, do it. And if you can't, fucking you let that go over your head and don't you let it bother you. Don't you let it bother you, Oprah. Talk to you whenever.